Station qualifiers. We got REKONIX going up against OG here in the laning phase. So you're probably looking at them grouping up once Natsumi's got himself a BKB. Pretty good timing, but speaking of Natsumi, he's in some trouble here. Might end up dying in your dream. Yeah, should be able to find first blood. It goes the way of Delul. The fact that it gives you so much int and mana regen makes life pretty good for you. Natsumi taking a bit of a drubbing. Scam is gonna come in. They're gonna try and bring down this gyro. He pops the Lotus trying to survive, but it's not gonna be enough. It's gonna be FBZ who gets the kill. And well, when all is said and done, looks like OG will only find Delul, but then India Dream comes in, TP's on the Zeus, picks up the kill on the Nature's Prophet as well. There's the X mark out onto the Tims. Onto the Tim's Eye, excuse me, and well, he's gonna be fine. You have to keep some. Okay, OG. Oh, looking to contest the Wisdom Shrine. X mark TP out by the Kunkka. Yopa just gonna be able to pick up the enemy Wisdom. Oh, REKONIX. They don't dot their I's and they don't cross their T's. They weren't ready with TPs to defend their Wisdom. It's absolutely crazy to be trying to steal an enemy Wisdom Shrine as a Zeus, but sometimes that's what the situation calls for. Anyway, down bottom, OG, some more pressure underfoot. Chikroy in some trouble, level 8, was free farming all along, has a very quick Echo Saber, but now a very quick death courtesy of Raven and the Calling Blade. 3.3k net worth, not enough points in the Flag Cannon to start farming either. As mid lane, they do end up losing the Lulyon. REKONIX Dream Coil is out in your dream, in some trouble, does have the Heavenly Jump, jumps back, there is Jikroy, Thunder Gods, Red Blood Grenade, they find the buck. Absolutely worth it for the side of REKONIX there. A bit of an overextension coming in from Yopa as he gets too eager to try and punish the Zeus. And well, REKONIX either. They're gonna try and pop the coil, find some kills here up top. But, okay, they're gonna run into the line first. Dream Coil comes through, Illusory Orb jaunt away. The line will fall. However, FBZ and Varish still alive. Varish actually buffed up by the Admiral's run thanks to the Ghost Ship. He is gonna live, and well, only losing Delul, not the seconds total from the REKONIX, from the Kunkka, I imagine. Yeah, something along those lines. Anyway, Varish in some trouble on the edge. Untouchable matters not against the gyro. He's got the rocket barrage and he'll find the kill. No qualms whatsoever on the Zeus. Did go for the greedy enchantment with the Tumbler's Toy as Delul is going to be slaughtered by Raven. They can try and do something more here. If you are OG, Scammy is going to be spotted out in the river. Or should I say it's Varish who's been spotted here. Spirit Vessel out upon him, but don't know if it's going to make a difference. Nice call out onto the Kunkka. Going to be pulling him back into the waiting arms of the gyro, into the rocket barrage. Raven lands another dunk. 3 Calling Blade stacks for the Axe, and the Dream Coil still at the ready. They want to try and find Jikroy. The lines are drawn. And Yopaj is here with the invis. Jikroy will not know that there is a buck haunting him and scouting him. And well, now that the net was dropped, that's when Jikroy realized that there was another person around, because that neutral creep only uses its abilities when there's another player. BKB though gets delivered on the courier, and a BKB TP out coming from the Tiny. He's fine. But is not one of them if you're OG. That is just unfortunate. However, up top, Varish, well, he's gonna be fine. Essence Ring is actually gonna keep him healthy. Finger out onto the gyro. Chain stunts coming through. The heals are there from Tims. Now Raven going in with the call on top of In Your Dream. He has to be careful. Thunder God's Wrath is at the ready. It's gonna be dropped. Yes, the Lul's dropping low. Homing missile out onto In Your Dream, and In Your Dream will die eventually as well. Jikroy, he's gonna come in on Tiny at last, try and set something up, or try and at least salvage this operation, but this is gone. Tits up, belly up, south, to the shitter. Use any phrase you choose. This is gonna go OG's way. Nothing's gonna change that fact. No phrase and no efforts from the side of REKONIX. Unless he's making an Octrine, I imagine that's the item he's gonna be going for. I guess you do want to make sure you're not the one getting caught out by the lion, right? The lull on this line can be such a problem. Haste Rune baited out as the lull blinks in, tries to steal it, but Raven was ready. Call was there. Far from his BKB now on the gyro. Just needs about 1700 gold more. Reload towards the top lane though, where they've called out an Enchantress. TP coming in from the edge, but the coil gets dropped. They find the kill eventually. And we'll be able to farm the Nimbus as well, so really good outcome there for the side of OG. Axe actually gets reloaded back towards the Radiant jungle, where Lul, he's gonna blink in and take out Tims, but now Jikroy is here, and Jikroy is gonna be able to find himself Raven as he was bought over by Tims. Oi oi. Probably not the type of fight REKONIX were looking for off the back of that. Good time if you're FBZ to try and tell your team that, hey guys, look, this is probably a chance that we can actually make a very successful on the map. Let's actually get out there and try something. Well, Timsy is going to be spotted. Centaur is there to provide the follow-up stun. Dalul spotting out the Gyro though. Gyro getting his BKB delivered on the courier. Raven calling out Jikroy, leading him deeper into the Radiant jungle. Natsumi is going to come through with his BKB. Although he doesn't pop it, now he's going to be using it as the Dream Coil comes out, and as Jikroy's BKB is running out, Ghost Ship flying through, the Rumbuff keeping the Tiny alive, but Raven cuts through it with the Calling Blade, and now Natsumi looking for the cleanup on the back lines as FBZ gets clipped by the Nature's Wrath. Natsumi is going to be able to limp away. It's only Tims who ends up dying. Eventually, the Thunder God's Wrath does come out from Many a Dream. They find the kill. Nimbus is at the ready as well. Yopaj is very, very low. I wonder if In Your Dream knows. No, he's going to be dropping the Nimbus out onto Scam. Scam not afraid. A son of a mother who something... I don't know. I was going to say like... trying to play it a bit safe. FBZ though. Gonna get caught, but the BKB was there. He's not gonna be dying to the Blade Mail right away, but bringing in Natsumi might spell his end as FBZ dropping low. Sprout blocking him again, but the Quelling Blade's there. Does not matter though. Eventually the BKB runs out. Homing Missile connects and they find the kill. Straight into the Rosh Pit for them. Get themselves the Aegis here. REKONIX gonna be feeling pressure to fight this. Scam, he does not know it. There was no Sentry Ward, so they're gonna be able to take out the Nature's Prophet. Natsumi drops to half HP as well off of the back of the Rat. And OG, they need to delay their plans for a little bit. Scam dead for quite a while, actually. BZ is trying to shove out these waves here on the Kunkka. Yopaj, though, with the illusory orb, is going to be able to find the puck, deletes him with the amp damage call. A bit off the mark by Raven. Playing it safe. Jikroy shows himself in the mid lane, though. As the lull, goes in, finds the hex out onto the puck. The Aeon Disc is going to be there. And now the puck is fair game, although Raven goes in with the call, finds Jikroy on the Tiny, but the Tiny's got the AC, he's gonna be fine. The Ghost Ship comes in as well, the Rumbuff is gonna be there now. Natsumi turning his attention over towards FBZ, but his BKB is about to run out. Dalul in the meantime will get cleaned up. The Tiny way out on the back lines as the rest of REKONIX looking to disengage here. The Zeus does have a Refresher Orb and another Wrath ready to go if the Tiny decides to re-engage. However, the Tiny has been found instead. He's been found by the Puck and the Nature's Prophet. The Coil is gonna be there, and they take him down. Jikroy, unable to do much in that situation, showed himself up top and got immediately punished by Scam. As Jikroy gets spotted in the mid lane. Scam, he's gonna try and give chase. Jikroy doesn't have a harpoon to get out of here. He's gonna be forced to BKB. The cooldown's gonna be there as well. However, the Hex is out onto the Gyro. He does have an Aegis, however. This is just gonna be life number one. That is if they manage to chew through it. Tims with the heals is still keeping his Gyro alive. The Satanic is out. The Natsumi Gyro heals back to full. And in the meantime, a poor Enchantress has been killed by virtue of the Flak Cannon. Okay, call out onto FBZ here, OG. They're going to make a move in the enemy triangle. FBZ walked into a dire observer ward. Expected that area to be safe, but that was not the case. The Dream Coil is also going to be dropped just to ensure they find the Kunkka. And now Varish on the front lines also going to be taking a fall. Natsumi is able to find himself. Two Scam goes in. Nice kills of the Old Growth out onto Jikroy. Jikroy got called up as well. However, BKB protects him. And they find Skem in turn. OG gonna be forced to get the hell back. Oh, Yopa just Korea dies with the Octarine core on it. That's not good. 2.5 minutes without the Octarine here on the puck.
If you're a fan of Radiant's top tower, I set my eyes.
Natsumi gonna go walk up the high ground. And Jikroy, well, he's gonna try his best. Tosses back the Gyro. Okay, they'll take down life number 1. Harpoon at the ready in case he gets blocked by the Sprout again. Skem comes back. There is the Harpoon to break the Sprout. Natsumi underneath a Nimbus will be able to walk away, but Skem, that's going to be a dieback for him. He did buy back to try and help secure this fight, but ends up giving away his life. Although G going to smoke out as well. Try and make some type of move. Skem TP's in. Yopaj, his smoke is going to break. He blinks in, drops a Dream Coil out onto Jikroy. Jikroy is going to be forced to pop the BKB and run away as the Gyro gets controlled up, but they just don't have the damage. The heart coming out from the IO is keeping that Gyro healed up, so no chance to really even tickle the Gyrocopter here. Call out onto FBZ. Barish dies somewhere on the side. FBZ trying to BKB TP out. Will be successful, but unfortunately ends up pressing a Satanic. Not sure if that was intentional. OG still respecting the high ground defense of REKONIX here. And Jikroy, well, they're going to try and bring down the Gyro by force. Tim's going to go in. BKB is there. Gyro being healed up. They can't even shoot through his first life, let alone his second one. And his Satanic was not even up. This is just the IO healing him back up. Fine, the Tether gets broken again, and they found the Gyro the once. Reload out coming in by Tims. As the Gyro is alone. There's the call by Raven, though. Holy shit, he got 4. He got 4 on the back lines of REKONIX. And well, that just might be the end, but it seems like Jikroy is starting to man up here a little bit. Still hasn't died. Is OG gonna go back for the racks? They've only really found FBZ after that whole set of affairs, and well, OG will only be walking away with the range racks on top. Oh, Delul! 3-cast Hex on the puck, catches him out. They've taken down in your dream. Jikroy, no BKB though for him. He's gonna be taken down as well, and Natsumi is able to clean up the rest of REKONIX. The Rapiers hit the deck. And that's gonna be game number 1. REKONIX, unfortunately, despite the free farm for the Tiny, were unable to do much in terms of pressuring the side of OG. To do your job. 29 damage to work with. Not actually TPing down bottom here. They're gonna try and bring down Raven on the Undying. He did commit for a point in the Soul Rip, so he's gonna be able to heal himself back up. The Bushwhack comes in. Raven somehow still alive. Another DK keeps him up. The Lul now dropping low, courtesy of the Blood Grenade. And, well, Jikroy is gonna be able to find a return kill at least. Everyone very, very low here on the side of OG. Raven just trying to hide in the trees. Oh, but the Soul Rip with the DK ends up popping the Gyrocopter. Raven catches him off guard. Oh, Jikroy down bottom, taking quite a bit of damage here from Raven. Raven even committing the Tombstone, but it's actually Tims who ends up falling. The Tombstone will... Raven, once again, yeah, has to be careful. That Soul Rip does a lot of damage. Actually, Skem TP's over on the Nature's Prophet, and Natsumi comes in as well on the DK. Level 5 rotating in, trying to help out his team down bottom. The Soul Rip and whatnot. Anyway, I've got to hold on to that thought, because up top they try to make a move for Natsumi, but Natsumi is quite tanky. Not brought down that easily. Oh no, that is some anti-synergy there. Bushwhack gets thrown out along with the Glimpse, so Natsumi walks it off. It looks like they're just gonna settle here for Skem on the Nature's Prophet. Quick trample ends up BZ Tries to onslaught out, but the Dragon Tail was there. FBZ is actually going to end up falling. Natsumi was able to find the kill. Tims showed up with the shackle shot as well, so a little unfortunate. Mid lane though, okay, in your dream. It's just two supports to come over and they're able to take down Yopaj. Change up his mind. This mid lane, Illusory Orb gets used, Marish hits 6, Static Storm's gonna be there along with the Kinetic Field and they've got the damage, they take down the puck. Raven shows up to the mid lane but gets bushwhacked by the Hoodwink and now, a really good shackle coming out by Tims. Catching out In Your Dream as well as Varish, but it's only Tims does manage to put a stop to the onslaught, but won't be able to stop the pulverize. Natsumi as well in the AoE as the Static Storm gets laid down. Varish, with his dying breath, tries to set something up, but no one's really around. FBZ is kind of alone on an island here. Shikroy is focusing down the tier 1, does get it in the end. Coming away. There's the Invis Rune coming in from Yopaj. Jikroy, he has no idea what's about to hit him. There's a Dream Coil coming through, Shackle Shot as well, and with the help of the ab damage, they should be able to find the kill. Skem coming in for good measure as well. Glimpse out onto the puck, but the phase shift was there. In Your Dream, 2 steps forward, sets up the Static Storm with the help of the Aether Remnant, and they will find Yopaj in turn. Really good trade. Well, Jikroy is done with the Crystallis, looking to finish up the Aghanim Scepter. Almost as the Aghanim Scepter as well, super early in fact. Down bottom, Raven in some trouble, had been left alone on the Undying for quite a while, but now with the Spirit Vessel and the Primal Beast upon him, he is no match for the damage coming in from the side of REKONIX, although FBZ might be dying here. Zombies chasing him, Natsumi on the run as well. Right behind him, TP out attempted, but Natsumi is there, they'll find the kill, and they will also be able to find Lul on the Hoodwink. So, 1 for 2. Good outcome for the side of Varish just queuing up the Blink and the Aghanim Scepter. It does feel like it's the best build on the Disruptor. I have up top. Do end up losing to Lul. Down bottom, Static Storm out onto the Wind Ranger, call down committed as well. Bushwhack a little bit off the mark, but that's okay. Sharpshooter comes in, finishes the job. Jikroy now in some trouble as Skem actually comes in because of the old growth, but once again, Jikroy, BKB delivered on the courier, actually protects him for the time being. However, Yopaj comes in, drops the Dream Coil. There's the Onslaught coming in. Primal Beast looking to go in. There's going to be the Pulverize. BKB protecting Natsumi for now. Jikroy still dropping low though as Raven gets on top of him and they find the kill. Buyback now coming out from Skem. Do they want to go for more? No, this buyback is for naught. It's an atrocious buyback. Horribly done, Skem. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, gotta hold on to that thought. Actually, it might not be a terrible buyback after all, because In Your Dream has actually walked into the side of OG, gets bushwhacked, gets caught out, and now Skem teeping in. Well, In Your Dream trying to fake out the Dragon Knight does succeed. Natsumi, well, he's gonna try and turn with the stun onto FBZ. As Natsumi still holding on to his BKB for the time being. Raven is just dead. Another pull now out onto the Dragon Knight. Does have the BKB, but the Blink Bushwhack is actually there. Oh wait, where's the Hoodwink looking? Oh boy, the lul. The fuck? I think that's more appropriate given the situation. Definitely a lull there, but Yopaj. The lull spotted out again. This time around though, there is an Aether Remnant. Keeps the Dragon Knight controlled up, although not long enough. The lull still ends up falling here. BKB TP out by Jikroy as the Primal Beast thought about onslaughting in, but decides against it. And try to bushwhack him like he was a 75-year-old grandpa. Didn't even wait around for FBZ, but perhaps that was all according to plan because they do find the puck. So, but yeah, he's probably gonna need a Hex before he can do that consistently enough. Oh, well, excuse me, the Lul in some trouble here. Natsumi blinked in. He managed to get a really good AoE stun with the help of that Dragon Tail. As now FBZ looking like he's in some trouble as well, getting run down by Raven. Raven will be eventually able to find the kill, although now Natsumi caught in no man's land. Jikroid doing a lot of damage. There's the tombstone coming in, trying to protect the DK, but the DK is not protected inside that tombstone. It gets taken down, he comes out stunned. And REKONIX will take a team fight. Opt in, Jikroid gonna walk back into the pit. And, ooh, okay, and your dream goes in there. Trying to secure the Aegis. Raven getting pulled by the Aether Remnant, and there's the Static Storm coming through on this Undying. No chance to pop the BKB. Although, Jikroid unable to find him. The Tombstone save is going to be there. Natsumi in the meantime, hexed up inside the pit alone by himself. Gets off the BKB, gets off the Satanic, slowly healing back up. Another Shackle Shot, controlling up the Gyrocopter to Lul, dropping low to Lul's dead. Vanish dead as well, bites back into this fight. And your dream now going in with the BKB and the Eye of Skadi, but his damage is absolutely pitiful. It does not do all that much, however, does allow FBZ to come in, and he's going to be able to supply the damage. The Uproar ends up doing a lot of work, and so does Jikroid. Looking to make a move. There's well, smokes break. Primal Beast blinks ahead, the Aegis expires. Jikroid, Satanic is there. They're gonna try and bring down Natsumi here. Natsumi dropping very low. The Undying save is there. The Tombstone comes in, protects the Dragon Knight for now, as Varish will fall in the backlines. However, once the Dragon Knight comes out of the Tombstone, he is dead. Completely toasted as the side of REKONIX running over OG. TP out attempted by Schem, won't be cancelled. Unfortunately, FBZ a little bit off the mark. Yopaj still trying to make a go for it though, still trying to salvage this fight with that Arcane Rune. Jikroid is dropping low, he does have the Satanic. In your dream coming in, trying to catch out this Punk. Jikroid, he needs to hit a creep, he's starting to drop low. But there's the dire creep wave, it's there. He's gonna be able to heal himself back up. Yopaj on the puck. Not gonna be able to reach in time. Schem got an Assault Cuirass down bottom. Coil out onto Delul. They're gonna try and find the Hoodwing while this Roshan was going on, but Roshan is now done, and Schem, he has been left out here on the Radiant part of the map, hung to dry. Down he goes, Jikroid. God. He goes and blinks, drops the Static Storm, and then instantly dies to something. There's the Gyro, gonna get hexed up. They're gonna try and bring down Gyro super quickly here. There's Pulverize number 1 coming out from FBZ. Refresher Shot is there. Pulverize number 2. The Static Storm going off as well in the meantime, but there's the Tombstone coming in, saving the DK's life for now. Jikroid though makes quick work of the Tombstone. The DK comes out stunned. Natsumi, his Dragon Ball about to end, but it doesn't matter. They find the kill. Oh my god, 56 minutes in. Jikroid, he finally falls, and well, OG, they managed to hold on to their high ground as the oh, the Buck has been caught. Nullify is there. No way on this to save this Buck. He's gone. Well, he didn't have one in the first place, but in case he did, he's gone, and so is Raven. Raven also ends up dying. Blink did to try and tombstone his body, but ends up falling in REKONIX. Roshan number 4 here for the taking. And it gets dropped. Natsumi tries going in onto Jikroid. Jikroid actually dodges out the stun somehow. Didn't even know that was possible. Jikroid looking to heal up. Schem on the front lines though, shows himself. There's the onslaught coming in from FBZ. They should be able to find the Nature's Prophet, no problem. Schem does have buyback though. The puck gonna be up in 4 seconds. Rapier here picked up for the puck. Hexes out onto the Gyrocopter. Are they going to expect Yopaj to have this Rapier? He's got an Axe Blessing as well. There's life number 1. Oh, they might just end up getting life number 2 courtesy of the Rapier. OG, they just might do it, but no. The blink is quick coming out from Jikroid. He gets out of there. No chance for Yopaj to throw down the Dream Coil. And do they know that the puck has the Rapier? That's the question. They might not have checked. There is Jikroid going in. BKB gets dropped. There's a Dream Coil. Static Storm as well out onto Natsumi. Natsumi forces Spider Leg away, but no BKB for him. Gets run over by the Primal Beast. Buyback coming in now from Raven, who also ended up dying in the fight, as that Rapier doesn't do much. Satanic was there, allowed Jikroid to heal himself back up, but he's dead. Round number 2, and they're able to find that Gyrocopter. Natsumi is back from the grave. Although there is another Rapier awaiting the gyro in his fountain, and FBC, he is just soloing the entire team, takes down the puck, and they can't deal with this Primal Beast. They need to get the hell back. In your dream, when Wake at the ready, spotted up by Tims. The Hex is there. He doesn't react quickly enough and he gets taken out. However, the buyback is going to be there, and Natsumi, he popped his buyback as well. Carry versus Carry. Who's going to come out on top? It's the Dragon versus the Gyrocopter. Now, the Dragon is getting controlled. The Lul with the pushback ends up holding Natsumi in place, and that is the DK down. 124 seconds, no buyback. Excuse me, my camera. Not in the right place. They're also able to find Skem in the meantime. The Wind Ranger also ends up dropping. In Your Dream gets on top of Tims and takes him out. 3 dead for the side of OG, and it seems like REKONIX will be able to close out game number 2. It's taking them quite a while here, but with the Dragon Knight gone, this should be game. Varish, one last smoke for the road. It's got another Static Storm at the ready. The Lul just blinking in, trying to provide vision. There's the Hex coming out onto the Undying. The Undying's gone. No buyback. Okay, well, he does have his innate, so he does end up respawning instantly here. But the throne is exposed. Crimson Guard is there, but there is no glyph available. Hex out onto the Gyro. They're going to try and kill the Gyro, but it's not going to work. The creeps end up doing the job. Top though, Scam in a little bit of trouble actually. Somebody planted 9 branch there. I wonder if it was the Lul himself to get the pushback off. Because he does drop first blood. Natsumi gets a return kill, but the Lul will be able to find him in turn. So a lot of XP going the way of this Hoodwing. She's going to be level 3 off of the back of this. He was pushing into him a bit. Oh, top though. Couple of trades coming out as a bunch of heroes showed up. Natsumi is the one who survives. I do believe it was FPC. Oh, Delul glimpsed back here into the waiting arms of Tims, who's level 3 and has got the rocket barrage. Quick kill on the Hoodwink, and yes, Neopaj be going for the Witchblade here as Varish comes in. He's got the Sinister Gaze and they'll find the kill onto the puck. In the mid lane though, Dream Coil out onto 2. Tims comes in with the Rocket Barrage. The White Spirit's dropping low. The Silencer's going to be there. Natsumi's here as well with the Focus Fire. Everyone's showing up for the 8-minute Power Rune, and well, doing full damage with that. The fact that he's getting a Yasha means that the Howl is going to be even more effective against what he's building. Anyway, call downs there in the mid lane. Jikroid dropping low. Raptor Dance does come through, heals himself back up, and they find Natsumi in turn. That has dropped the Chain Frost, and the bouncers hit just right. The Observer, do they feel confident in their damage output? I don't think they've got enough. And while they were wondering about this, they've actually caught out the Kez. Chikroy in some trouble, but wasn't enough damage here. They tried timing a tier 2 for him. Unfortunately, the Void Spirit was literally around the corners. You're giving... Oh yeah, I don't know about this, guys. I really don't. Anyway, mid lane, FBZ. Looks like smoke's gonna be broken on him. Kinetic Field is there. He pops the Blade Mail, but it's not gonna do much. The damage is well spread out between multiple heroes, so no one's really under the threat of dying from the Blade Mail. Ash finds an amp damage rune. Up top though, Chikroy caught out by the glyphs, tries to man to dodge it but unsuccessful, and well, he will be taken out. Kinetic Fence is there as well for good measure, and they find the kill. So, okay, And your Dream does manage to dodge out the control coming out from the side of OG. Although, looks like Vash is going to be taken out. Yeah. Still, an OG is just right outside of this Void Spirit, right? Like this Hoodwink. Sure, she can come from afar, throw out a Sharpshooter, but that's about it. Dreamcoin actually laid out onto the Void Spirit here. Natsumi doesn't have the focus fire, but they're going to try and bring down the Void Spirit and they'll succeed. Not too sure what that was coming out from India Dream, and now FBZ as well. Down with the case of Save Your Buddy Syndrome. Ends up being taken out. Jikroy. Oh, here's Static Storm. Once again, they've caught out FBZ, and Tim's, he doesn't really care all that much. Drops a fair bit of damage out onto the Viper, then backs off. Although, my goodness, okay, the puck takes too much damage. He ends up dying. In the meantime, Jikroy trying to solo the Lycan summons will be able to deal with them at last. Natsumi now, perhaps having walked out a bit too far forward. He's going to be taken out the once here. Buyback coming in from Marish. He gets glimpsed back to base. Raven still running around, and Natsumi just left for dead here. He's going to be taken out. In your Dream with the Yule Scepter controls up the Wind Ranger, and they're able to find the kill. So, a very good fight for the side of REKONIX. Being able to take out Yopaj as well as Natsumi. Natsumi has been having a bit of a tough time. Up top though, In Your Dream getting caught out by the Coil. Yule Scepters there manages to dodge out the Homing Missile, but then there's the Static Storm to contend with as well. And Skem will be the one who picks up that kill. Raven goes in, spots out the gas here. Chain Frost bouncing around as they will lose 3. Oh my god. Natsumi shows up to the fight, and there's very little they can do. I don't know if his hero's going to be able to do all that much. Yopaj drops the illusory orb, goes in, manages to break the smoke, but then the Disruptor gets caught on the backline, taken out instantly. No Static Storm today. That was the Aghanim's Disruptor as well. As they move on to the Gyrocopter, dropping low will be taken out as well. So REKONIX do take a successful fight. They'll be able to find the helm of the Overlord creep as well. Okay. Drops the Shapeshift, looking for the target here. And well, Natsumi tries to go in, tries to snatch the Aegis, but it is Jikroy who's going to be able to get it, and Natsumi just ends up falling, and now Raven's going to get caught out as well. Probably needs to BKB and get the hell out of here, but there is a Shodosai mark upon him. He's trying to get out. Yule Scepter is there. Does it catch him? No, Raven lives by the skin of his teeth. Oh no, oh my god, what have you done? Okay, well, you got glimpsed back, I imagine. Yeah, Jikroy, he did, but doesn't matter. Looks like they're gonna be able to find the Gyrocopter instead. Raven though does manage to take out Marish, and now Natsumi looking to go in on top of the Viper. The Viper with the Viper Strike slows down the Wind Ranger by quite a bit, but eventually he will be brought down. Bladebale nearly ends up returning the favor. Natsumi kills himself on it almost, but oh, but Bane gets some trouble here, caught by the Essence Distiller and the puck. Tim's and Yopaj make quick work after Lurl, and now FBZ trying to run away. BKB is there, but it's not going to protect him. The Bladebale activated a bit too late. Now Natsumi with the BKB looking to disengage, looking to get away from Jikroy. Jikroy hit by the Nullifier. There's the Raven's Wail coming through, but Natsumi is going to be fine. He's got his BKB up and running. And well, he lives through it all. Vanish drops the Chain Frost, but it doesn't do all that much. And your Dream looking to come in. They are able to find one kill, but Natsumi, he's got the Focus Fire again as Yopaj, or rather, excuse me, In Your Dream is trying to get away. I was going to say not Yopaj, I was trying to say Japoy, but Japoy is Yopaj backwards. Anyway, In Your Dream is going to be brought down by Tim's. Now, oh, Lich in some trouble here. Nether Toxin protecting him against the wolves as the puck tries to finish off the job but unable to do so. Now there's a Static Storm out onto the Void Spirit. He's dead. No way to get out of this one. Refresh a second Static Storm as well. Out onto the Kez. And that should be the game. Skem catches out two super quickly. With those two dead, Natsumi can start working on the TFOs. See if they can expose the throne. Crimson Guard is there protecting those TFOs for now. Trying to buy some time at least till the carry is back up. But In Your Dream not looking to buy back at this point. Will do so now. Hoping to maybe find the Gyrocopter, but I don't think he's got enough damage. In Your Dream now jumping on the backline onto Natsumi. Turns attention towards Raven. The Jade Frost bounces around and then expires. Does not a whole lot of much if I'm being honest. And Tim's somehow finding the kills here and there. FBZ's been taken out. Lul's been taken out. Dieback on In Your Dream. And that should be the game. REKONIX, they will be knocked out in the lower bracket as OG are going to be the first grand finalist here in the TI15 Southeast Asia closed qualifiers.